What's going on there, Reject Nation? We are going to check out Witcher Episode 5 of Season 1 today. But before we go into that, John, why don't you go ahead and tell us about today's video sponsor?
Oh, sorry, man. I know we're supposed to shout out Magic Spoon today. I just couldn't help myself.
Dude, you know I can't have dairy. That's why I asked to be on top of the shout-out.
It's okay, man. I got this. Magic Spoon.
John's trying to eat healthier and cut down on his carb and sugar intake.
Yeah, man. Luckily, Magic Spoon has a bunch of delicious flavors. Each with 0 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net carbs per serving.
Oh, wow. It's actually not bad. How many calories?
Only 140 per serving. Plus, they're gluten and soy-free and keto-friendly.
What flavor is that?
I like to mix the peanut butter and the cocoa flavors to create like a peanut butter cup. I got so many great flavors like cookies and cream, maple waffle, blueberry, frosted fruity, whatever you want, man. It's like the cereal we grew up on, but it's actually nutritious.
Oh, man. When you use our link in the description box and the pinned comment, you can enter our promo code at checkout and save $5 on your order, even a variety pack. That I wish I could taste.
And they have a 100% happiness guarantee, so if you don't like it, you can get your money back, no questions asked.
Why don't you just let me have like one little bite?
You can link in the description box, dude. Use the promo code.
One little bite.
Use the promo
You
code.
gross. Chew with your mouth closed. Is that a piece of turkey?
Leftovers.
Oh.
It's a little of everything.
This guy reminds me of myself.
In the morning, I use a special cleansing cream.
You're different to other Dopplers. Not good-natured or helpful, are you?
And yet you are here for our help. Do you not have errand boys where you come from?
They lacked your valuable set of skills. Don't worry. It's not silver.
Pan the camera down, people. Come on.
Seriously, you cowards.
We'd planned on wearing this one for a while. But we are flexible.
Cool.
It's like self-plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Cool.
Little shapeshifter twist.
Doppelganger. Self-made. That's neat.
Run.
Why? What's the point?
Oh.
Everything you've ever done, ever dreamed is in our head now.
You can't change the world this way.
Only one of us will be alive to find out.
Why'd you make him run?
Yeah, you gotta have that little extra ounce of adrenaline.
You're to bring me the girl alive.
So many rules. Fine. But it'll cost you. Children are our favorite.
Of course they are.
As you can see, passion is not the trouble. Our issue, my issue, is of a mechanical nature.
Can't get it up?
Fancy magic Viagra.
The spell should take effect quickly and will endure until your lady utters a hand-picked magic word. Anything come to mind?
Kumquat?
You arrived at that rather quickly. Kumquat it is.
Kumquat.
He is Beaubaron. Perhaps you are not aware of the rules here. If you are casting spells, I need to collect what's due to the kingdom.
Oh, God.
No casting without proper taxing.
Tilfgarde Arinkiver. Habelan Hulte. Dylan Rung.
Langweth Helekinem. Quested and half quested dead. Ekluned eres. In striding.
That's right. She'll take them on.
Yeah. She already knows the inner workings.
The sword of destiny has two edges. You must make the choice. You can stay, or you can continue on your search. What do you want to do?
Stay for a little bit, man.
Learn the ways of the Brokilon Forest. Get some leaves in your hair.
I'm looking for a djinn.
For a djinn? Like a genie? The floaty fellas with the bad tempers and the banned magics, that kind of genie?
Yes, it'll grant me wishes. It's in this lake somewhere, and I can't fucking sleep!
Ooh.
Oh, we are so having this conversation. Come on, Geralt, tell me, be honest. How's my singing?
It's like ordering a pie and finding it has no filling.
Burn.
You need a nap. I mean, are you...
The wizard seal. The djinn.
Do you mind if I...
Jaskier.
Take back that bit about my fillingless pie. Take it back, and then you can have your ginny gin.
Let go.
No, let go. Ah!
Oh boy.
It's a bit of an anticlimax.
Oh no.
I have freed thee, and as of this day, I am thy lord.
Yes.
Oh, come on. You always say you want nothing from life. So how was I supposed to know you wanted 3 wishes all to yourself?
I just want some damn peace!
Well, here's your piece!
Oh, dude.
What is your deal?
Oh, ow.
The djinn!
Whoa.
Jaskier.
Oh, God.
That's really gonna
Not
affect
him.
your vocal cords.
A djinn in a bottle. It's like a fairy tale.
Without the happy ending. Can you help him?
Whoa. Ooh, no.
These injuries are of a magical nature. I can help with the pain, but it's a bit like...
Putting salve on a tumor?
Oh, Jesus.
The action isn't halted as soon as possible. That damage might be irreversible.
No, your moneymaker.
And the longer he goes untreated, the more likely it is to spread. He could die.
Oh, fuck, Geralt.
Yeah, we won't let that happen.
Hang in there, buddy.
You'll have to take him to another town.
There isn't a mage here.
Go find yourself on Yennefer's timeline.
Yeah, fuck the damn timelines.
Hey man, I don't know. She's been around for a long time.
The mayor himself has made the catch and has imprisoned the mage in his house.
That wasn't so fucking hard, was it?
Be careful. The mage is powerful and malicious. And quite cunning.
I'll go find him.
I'll be everything you could never be without you, which is the rub. You only want me to do well so long as you had your hand in it. How did we get this way? I gave you all I could give.
There's so much
What do
animosity.
you want?
Yeah.
Everything. You may go, Rectress. I have business to attend to.
Well, that hurt.
She helped make you who you are.
Yeah. She looked out for you a lot. And was also pretty harsh.
How'd she get so tough? How'd she get so good?
This is urgent.
I don't make the rules, but money opens all doors.
Oh, yeah. A+. That is a boss move.
Is there a mage that lives here?
The apple juice. She wants some, and she always gets what she wants.
I don't understand. Does he want me to get her the apple juice?
So she's just like controlling the whole thing.
Yeah. She's running the entire
She's
place.
enchanted this whole place.
Oh my.
Wow. Well, this is going to be hard to show on YouTube.
Just a big flesh-colored block.
It is Yennefer.
Brought you apple juice.
You're a mutant.
A witcher. Geralt of Rivia.
Hey, you guys meet.
Fix it, and I'll pay you whatever the price.
Sweet.
Oh, maybe you can make a wish. Get your baby back.
Fishing for a Djinn seems an extreme measure to remedy.
What a fascinating way for the hey, classic shot.
Yeah.
Well, hey now.
About that payment.
Judging by your wrists and your wits, your childhood was very happy. But Aretusa fixed you up nicely. What was your ailment before? Clubbed foot? Split ends?
Tell me, are there women who find this coarseness charming?
I think you find it a little charming.
And to pretend you're after a Djinn to cure insomnia.
Ooh, deep cut.
Once I've paid for your kind services, it'll be none of your concern.
Fortunately for you, I've determined your company and conversation payment enough.
Ooh.
Hey now.
I'm not easily satisfied.
Is that the wizard seal?
Yeah.
I'll be taking Jaskier now.
If you wake him before he's healed, the spell won't take.
Of course.
You want the Djinn, but the M4 is broken. The Djinn's already long gone.
Do go on. Tell me how stuff works.
Lilacan.
Gooseberries. Tough to get in your head.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Wake up!
Where are we?
At the spa. Where do you think we are? The sentence will be passed by the very council members you attacked.
Oh shit.
I admit I could have better prepared you for Yennefer.
You're in love with her?
And I think perhaps you may understand me.
Who wouldn't be in love with her? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, where am I? Coin to your witcher, oh valley of peanut.
So cheapers.
I want you to burst, you son of a whore.
Oh. Whoa!
What the hell?
You're the one with the wishes.
What?
I wish very badly to leave this place forever.
Après de me. Ahead me.
Oh, damn. Why did Jar attack him then?
I don't know. Unless Geralt made those wishes internally.
I mean, Jar and the Djinn. I was thinking Jar.
Did Jar shows up, puts Jaskier in his little Grogu holder. It's perfect.
She wants to become more powerful. But she'll die.
Well, let's pray for her. On our way out of town.
Oh, he cares.
She saved your life, Jaskier. I can't let her die.
Aww. Yeah, buddy.
The Djinn isn't weakening. The body expressed its last wish, but it's getting stronger.
Oh, God.
You're the Djinn's master.
Yeah.
Becoming the vessel for the Djinn will have you lose control, not gain it! Can't you see what this is doing to you? Release the Djinn! I'll give you my last wish!
You heroic protector! Noble dog! Permitting my success so long as you command it yourself! Fuck off!
Oh my god.
Tell me what you want!
I want everything!
Oh.
did you wish for? Oh, you ain't never had a friend like me.
So Will Smith pops out.
She couldn't have survived it.
Aww.
Oh, but would...
Why did Geralt go in there? Doesn't make any sense.
Geralt saved her.
Why? Because she was magnificent.
She's fucking hot as hell, wasn't she?
You were there. You saw it. You saw how powerful and commanding she was.
She's got a great personality. She's independent. There's so many reasons.
Why wouldn't you simp for her?
And Djinns are only dark creatures when they're held captive.
How can you be so sure?
When did you last feel happy when you felt trapped?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, go for it, guys.
Warm up those pipes, Jaskier. You're gonna have a new tale to tell.
I'm gonna write you the best song so that everyone remembers who you were.
Oh no.
Yeah, so waiting for that.
Geralt?
Oh no, no.
It's always gonna. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing, aren't you?
I mean, come on. Hang on.
How much does it cost to see Henry Cavill naked?
Seriously, come on. Everyone on Game of Thrones did it.
My plan worked.
There was no plan.
It was all to get in your pants.
I've been very lonely, and it's why I can't sleep.
What did you wish for?
That we would do it. See you asleep.
Stop, please!
Uh-oh.
I've come for the girl.
Oh, it's the Doppler. To the intention testing.
The burden of power can be painful.
The power's power.
Your destiny is in your own hands and no one else's. Farewell, special one.
You don't have to look so, like,
Seriously?
devious the whole time.
That's right. Leave.
I feel like you fit right in with all these women.
Yeah.
Is it over? Aw. You really feel when the episodes are 5 minutes shorter.
Yeah, right.
Nah, damn. So much sexuality. Making the editing fun on this one because YouTube is sensitive.
Just only use that footage.
It was a hell of an episode.
Absolutely.
That was awesome. They did it. Toss a groin to your witcher.
Oh, Valley of
Plenty.
Oh, yeah. This is this was a very sexy episode. Everyone was getting it on at some point in this episode.
Yeah, I was thinking of freaking Spartacus. I think that's the show. Yeah, it was a Showtime series. Especially when they had like the orgy thing going on. But that was way more like ramped up and kinetic and raw. This was like very that scene was very dreamlike and ethereal. They were under an enchantment.
Yes.
Pleasant.
Frolicking and fornicating.
Yeah.
Like cherubs.
Yeah. Admittedly, I'm like, this is the first time they're meeting. Pay attention. Stop looking at the background. It's a Space Jam and New Legacy all over again.
Yes, except with a way more convincing background cast. I mean, they all looked like they were really involved in that orgy.
So distracted right now.
I was like, is that one girl on wires? They've been holding her up a whole...
I've been trying to pay attention to what they're saying. Yeah, man,
Yes.
that was good. But I wonder what the casting process was like with having Henry Cavill and actress who plays Yennefer, because for something like this, I feel like you'd want to test out what their chemistry is like, and they do fortunately have really good chemistry.
Yes, they do.
They exude sexual chemistry. I love the banter and the little jesting that they have.
Yeah.
When they are, building up that sexual tension, like when they're in the bathtub.
That's a great scene, and that's a really well captured scene.
Yeah, it's basically them just saying, cut through the bullshit.
Yeah.
No more bullshit. Stop, because they both, with both their characters, that's kind of like the similarities that I've noticed with them is when they're in conversation, they're usually the one saying, stop bullshitting me.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And that was what they were doing to both of each other at that same time.
Yeah, and they both have the element of some kind of mystical, magical ability, and so there's also that level of I feel like they're used to being trump cards in a lot of different rooms, and now they're kind of, more ambiguous to each other because of their, different but similar skill sets.
Yeah, we don't learn much we don't know much about Geralt's past. Like, they keep it mysterious, and we know we have a much better insight into Yennefer's past, just because of the condition she was born with and knowing what her actual lineage is. It makes sense to me how her character has evolved into this point of just wanting all the power, because she was robbed of everything her whole life, and she had this potential within her that was sort of concealed and pushed away because of her, what is she, like part elf, right? Yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah.
And so that's why she's so good at them. That also is what lends credence to why she's so good at the magic. So once she started getting a hold of it, she started becoming really fast at it.
Yeah.
And just her portal ability is just so much faster now. Yeah. So, watching just how far she's willing to go, and this level of, you get this sense that they understand each other, because this is the first time they alluded to childhood with Geralt, when they talked about how I was born of the magic that mages have made. Is that what they were saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of dialogue to keep up with, but basically he was born of magic, and he's like, it led to a magical childhood. So clearly it wasn't a great childhood that the guy had.
Thanks for that.
But obviously Geralt is someone who is more sympathetic to people's plights more than he likes to let on. So the more he can understand, what's really going on, he becomes sympathetic towards that. He always seems like he's got the tough exterior and the dude who doesn't give a shit. But then, just as we saw in the last episode with the Hedgehog Knight, or even with Jaskier.
Or Jaskier. Yeah.
Keep calling him Bard. But even with Jaskier in this episode, I loved how we just went all out to help him.
Yeah, after being so driven up the wall by his incessant bantering.
And he was really he was really troubled by the fact of what Jaskier's last words that he received from Geralt might have been.
Yeah.
He was really concerned about that. And then when he goes to save him, when he goes to retrieve him again, at the end, when they're walking away before Geralt goes in there to help out Yennefer, he's like, don't get ahead of yourself, I barely care.
Yeah, exactly.
Puts up this front when he really does give a shit. He really likes him a lot. And it's nice seeing that they do a great job at illustrating how he cares through his actions more than anything else.
Absolutely.
And and sometimes they make it more in the forefront, but more often than not, you just gotta pay attention, and you're like, no, this guy really cares a lot.
Yeah.
So, and this was probably the most overt heroic moment where they have a character like Jaskier to be the meta narrative commentary, to be like, this is when you decide to go full hero now, right now at this moment. Exactly. It was great. I was really into it, man, and I loved their chemistry, and it was very visual. And I loved that, like, the crescendo of how emotional Yennefer became, and Geralt. Like, this is the most emotional we've seen Geralt become.
Yeah, when he busts in and he's really like, I'm trying to help you, like, please let me help you. And it struck me in those moments, because we're so used to seeing some impressive, like, I feel like there have been a lot of crescendos with Geralt that are very physical and action oriented, and he's like, doing these crazy sword fights that Henry Cavill really seems like he learned how to do. And this one, it was nice to have this sort of just battle of wills and circumstance and you know, having this sort of invisible force, and even the way the film style changed a bit to resemble just more of an exorcism type movie. Like I thought of Sam Raimi just because of all the really raked angles and the extreme lights and stuff. But yeah, it's like, it was cool because it has a very satisfying quality as an episode, because you get a lot of Geralt and Jaskier, and then you get this, like, you know, kind of union that we've probably all been wanting to see for a long time with Geralt and Yennefer, and they made a lot out of both of those things. And it's funny because, like, at the outset, it's kind of like a silly circumstance. It's like, oh, just because Jaskier wouldn't shut up, now we're in this dire situation. But a lot comes out of it, and in the anthology kind of style of this show, I think this was a really kind of nice change of, like, it's got all the things that like a Witcher episode ought to have, arguably, but this was kind of like a nice dip into the supernatural, I feel like.
Why do you keep using the term anthology? Because I feel like this is extremely serial.
It is, but like, well, because these were taken from like collections of short stories that are like all in the same world and all involve characters that recur and overlap, from my understanding. And it's like, these are all connected, and it is very serial, especially with like Ciri, for example. Ciri? Whereas like Geralt's adventures are a little more, you know, just kind of like he's, you know, tackling another political situation or tackling another monster or something like that. So like there are a lot of elements of both, but there's something that feels kind of like one big world where we don't necessarily have to go linearly through everything, and I'm never going to be bummed out when it's not a linear or a serial part of the story.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because to me, this felt like one of the most intertwined and connected.
Yeah.
Because they brought more than the last four. We're really started feeling like it was coming together in episode 4. Because Nilfgaard?
Yes.
Is where Ciri is? No.
God
damn it.
That's where Yennefer was supposed to go. Sintra.
Sintra.
Yes. Queen Calanthe.
Yes, Queen
grandmother
Calanthe.
of Ciri.
Yes.
Sintra.
Is it Ciri or Ciri?
Ciri, because her name I think is Cirilla.
Cirilla.
Yeah.
Damn. God damn. Okay.
You need a board and some yards.
Yes. Okay. Because yeah, even with that storyline, you had Mousecat come back in this episode, and then they brought it back to you have to go find Geralt, which seems like that's a subject that's kind of been dropped in her storyline.
Yeah.
And they're in the future, or like they're
in the
everyone's in the past and they're in the present. Yeah,
everybody sounded off in the comments. What is it? Yennefer's 90 years ago, Geralt's 30 years ago, except when they overlap, and Ciri's in the present.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Ciri's definitely the most present day storyline.
Yeah.
She's the one where everyone else is technically the past. So, yeah, like with this one where you had this situation with Jaskier and Geralt, which felt very personal, and then of course they finally cross paths, Geralt and Yennefer. So that's what I mean. This felt like this really came together, and I'm really loving it.
I am too.
I think it's like really engaging, and
I get excited just at the start of each episode now, because and it's funny because I feel like at the
I was really worried from the first episode because I was like, oh man, is my brain gonna be able to handle the show? Yeah,
exactly. And it's like, even though there is a lot to keep track of in names, you got to make sure to remember. Like, it doesn't. It's funny, like, I feel like this show got compared at the outset a lot to Game of Thrones, like, oh, this is Netflix's Game of Thrones, because everybody wants to fill that void now.
They just looked at the surface.
Yeah, and I feel like one thing that ties into that element of, like, yeah, there are a lot of places and geographical things and concepts, like, the law of surprise or whatever. There's something about this show and this world that feels a lot more zoomed in than that, and it's like, even though you do have kingdoms and you do have races of humans and elves, it feels still a lot more zoomed in every time and a lot more on the ground level than the sweeping. It's like they still have the politics and they still have the intrigue of that variety, but it's not in the huge like multiple kingdoms and we're looking in from every kingdom's perspective, like it's, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I feel like there's something uniquely special about, kind of how they draw all this.
I mean, Game of Thrones was about the game for the top throne.
Yeah.
That's essentially what the show, if you were to boil it down to what the plot is.
Yeah, just people gambling and trying to climb higher and higher and get to the Iron Throne.
We're here, it's a little bit, it's not as clear.
It's like what's
it going? Yeah.
It's like what's it like to be the fringier characters in a world like this?
Yeah, and I like it a lot. It lends itself to a lot of cool exploration. And they just keep adding in new elements every episode. Like this episode, they introduced the genie, the Dinjarans.
Yeah, man, Dinjarans and the Dopplers,
doppelgangers,
gangers and the Dinjarans,
Dopplers.
Yeah,
but see, I like the way they're realized. Like the genie feels like a malevolent demon, and it's not at all how it's sort of been portrayed in media for years and years and years as this like graceful, the positive wish fulfillment. I mean, there have been things where they have portrayed it in the way how a lot of lore actually represents genies, but here you don't even like see an actual. It's just like these shadow figures.
Yeah, smoke figures
just go fleeting by or speeding by, and then the Dopplers too. It's such a cool. We've seen things of like shapeshifters before, and I like that. I thought it was going to be more violent when he does the transformation, because the scene starts off where he's got like body parts. So I thought it was like a surgical thing of what they were hinting at, of like he's like attaching and growing or some shit.
Or
because he's like admiring his body, and
or maybe keeping them in these jars is what's the key to being able to transfigurate yourself.
But then it just turned into a. I just gotta look at him really hard.
Yeah,
I gotta really connect with his soul.
Soak in his aura.
Soak in the rawness.
Polyjuice my face.
Yeah. I mean, she's getting out of that forest. I didn't find that forest stuff all that interesting.
It's weird.
It's beautiful to look at, but story-wise, it wasn't that interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like almost something got. Maybe it didn't, but it almost feels like something got snipped because. It's like you're wasting no time in having fake Mousesack go find her and their sinister plan coming to fruition, which in some ways I'm usually happy when they don't waste too much time with that stuff, but at the same time it seems like we just got here, they just accepted you, there are things clearly to learn from this place and there are ways in which to expand the world, and so now it really does feel like we stopped here for 10 minutes and right when they decided to keep and train me, we're going right back out again.
I mean, I think it was all mainly there for whatever moral conundrums or walks of destiny that she's eventually going to have to come into conflict with.
Yeah.
Of choice. I think it was mainly there for those lessons. That's just a theory. I have no idea. It seems like that's what the main takeaway is about. There's going to come a point in time where you're being told what your path should be, but you have to choose your own path.
Yes.
And just like how when fake Mousecat showed up and said, Mousecat?
Mousesack. It's okay. Mousecap.
Mousecap.
It's all good. Well,
this cop is cheesy.
Someone told me there's a rat on the forest.
We're gonna have to really go through this.
Hey,
maze.
that's messed up, man. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mouse cop.
Mousesack. Mousesack, yeah.
Which he
was who are those people who attack like Queen Calanthe and all that and are doing this? Who are they? Do we know who they are?
Are they? I don't fully recall the
because
name.
they're essentially the bad guys of the show, right?
They're the evil army who brings just kind of ill intent wherever they go. I can't remember if they alluded to like this particular kingdom from the south or the north or something in the last episode. Like in the first episode, like I feel like there's probably some bit of context in there that alluded to who they were. And maybe it didn't get unpacked quite enough for us plebeians.
Yeah.
I also, curiosity, so is it the implication that Geralt just wished Jaskier would shut up, and that's what caused this whole thing? Because that turnaround of the wishes, okay.
That's what I thought happened at first.
Yeah.
But then Geralt was saying shit and afterwards, and I thought, oh, okay. But why'd that happen? Yeah, because that's what I thought happened at first.
Yeah.
But he was saying it's the Jaren, so to me, I just rolled with it because I'm like, I must have misunderstood it because I'm stupid.
yeah. It's funny. It's the double-edged sword of giving your audience a lot of credit, because then if you do miss one or two little pieces of verbiage or a line of dialogue, then you might be lost.
Yeah.
So good on you guys for making us keep up.
There's a lot of nudity in this one.
This was a naked episode of the show.
Sorry guys, we will be demonetized if we show any of that.
You don't want to have an age-restricted reaction.
I don't want to spend hours on this video just to go, demonetized. Yeah.
Have fun.
It sucks, dude. You're gonna see the nips that I came here to see.
It's free and better quality on your own Netflix account. Don't blame us.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And hey, subscribe, click that bell. Thanks to Prepper for writing this down. We'll catch you guys soon.